Alright everybody, you voted for it over on the post tab. Let's go ahead and look at some characters who are just meant to be natural healers and help the real world. And guess what? Some of these characters keep getting, labeled as some of the series favorites again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Wow. Speaking of healers, hi. Yeah, this is your job. She knows. She's aware. She's a healer. And she's going to be Caticus Interrupticus, is she not? Welcome on in, everybody. My name is Jenna O'Malley. I am your soul writer, author of sci-fi fantasy with dashes of romance and nerdy references. Let's go ahead and look at, fictional characters and can they actually heal the real world? Now, some of you are like, oh my god, she's going to talk about characters being relatable. We like them for a reason. Yeah, we do. This is why I don't like to do certain kinds of genres, and this is why I do like to do certain genres, because I find characters more relatable in them than others. Hello. Hello, beautiful. So we're going to talk about a couple of typical healers and characters that might be archetypal for you as regardless of whether or not how much they look and function like your character other than a healer position. We're going to look at how they serve their roles and actually are paramours of what they do. We're going to start off in video game land. We're going to probably go to movie and book land, go back to some comic books and more, and then talk about various anime in the end, like we like to do around here as our examples, and have really cute kitty time, because let's get real, she is a star of this show. Yes, you are. So, number one, we're looking at kind of the group mom. They tend to be healers, and certain TV shows prove that you don't got to be female to be the group mom. I like to cite one Tifa Lockhart, though, as kind of a really good example of the group mom. Now, those of you who know the Final Fantasy VII franchise know that she tends to work with the orphans anyway, so she legit is the group mom in that way. She's also the one in the group who's more likely to go, "Did you eat today? You're really grouchy. Did you sleep good last night?" I also say this is true of other characters who are of the male persuasion. Looking at you, Steve from Stranger Things. Honestly, as a group mom, recognized group mom, he wanted 6 little nuggets. Boy, did he get his hands full. I still have friends who I feel like that about today, because to catch up with them, I'm like, oh my gosh, they just did in one day what I did in 5 years. At the same time, you also have under this character profile even Kyoya from Oran High School Host Club. Definitely the group mom, to the point that he gets called Mama, because, that would make Tamaki Daddy. Anyway. Number 2, we're looking at the resilient group next. So we actually, in one movie series, have like the 4 cardinal corners of examples of resilient characters. Yes, I'm talking about the hobbits from Lord of the Rings. And some of you are going, oh my god, she's such a super nerd. Hey, I own it at least, okay? But really, truly, you do have 4 different types of resilience. Frodo is that quiet resilience that does heal in its own way. Sam is a lot more mom about it, but definitely like not in the way that, say, Steve from Stranger Things is the mom, but kind of almost a little bit more like, Mike's mom. I will go to battle and blow things up with you, is why I make that comparison. Even if it means that blowing that thing up is Mordor or volcanic, okay? Therefore, you also have Mary and Pip, who kind of start at each other's opposite and then learn to trade places. And seeing that journey is very healing to us healers, to know it's okay to be a different type of healer, because there is more than one type of healer in every group. We kind of all need all of you sometimes. There's a season involved for each of you to play on that number 4 anyway. So we're also going to go ahead and look then at characters that go through unexpected emotional mentorships. One of my favorite examples here is Raphael from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Where in reality would a turtle ever expect to be mentored by a talking rat? Never. They literally call Splinter Dad in multiple iterations of this series, or Father in multiple iterations, for a reason. I also would like to cite here Luke and Yoda, Classic. You also have, with the unexpected mentors, you sometimes have villains that face heroes that teach them unexpected lessons in a if you don't learn this lesson, the cycle will repeat. Yes, I'm looking at you, Ganon, because you live due to this legend that will repeat until it stops. Okay, we're even going Legend of Zelda here on this, because the triangle of the three Triforces and the princess and the warrior and the villain will always be there forever and ever and ever and ever. Therefore, you also get into looking into a mindset of what happens when it's more than just one or two or even a trio of people involved. Yes, we're including one of my favorite things to talk about, ensemble casts. I write ensemble casts because why? Well, I grew up watching Scooby-Doo, Sailor Moon, Gundam Wing. Are we seeing a trend here? Justice League, Avengers, TMNT, X-Men, host clubs, they're all ensemble casts. Hello, the Myrna Annals. We are what we eat. I write what I consumed as a child. Many of us do. And therefore, how does the found family heal itself or don't? And then the last one, I'm actually going to pivot back and look squarely at games that require the healing to go through one's shadow. Because if you don't heal your shadow, you might not learn the lesson. Yes, I'm looking at you, Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Oh, the reason why you have Shadow Sora is because Shadow Link was so successful so long ago, way back when in Legend of Zelda 2. So, therefore, what are you doing to heal yourself? What kind of characters are you making out of the ones I gave examples of? What examples did I miss? What other types of healers did I miss? Because I didn't even get into, stereotypical healers like, Sailor Mercury from Sailor Moon, or even like Belldandy from Oh My Goddess, or even other characters of those tropes who are actually healers, but we don't necessarily always think of them like healers. Take care of yourself. You're healing yourself and others. One word, one step, one stride in your pace and your time and your stride. See you later, wizard.